Hello Virgo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a bonus reading for you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for tuning in. This is a general reading as always, Virgo. It's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in. So please do take from it whatever makes sense for you, your situation, your relationship, and release the rest. If you are interested in a private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I use. All right, guys, so let's get started. What I have in front of me are a couple of focus card decks that I wanted to use for your focus messages for this general bonus reading. The first is a brand new deck that I just received from All Things Intuitive. It's called Messages of Love Oracle cards. So we'll grab a couple of focus messages from this deck, and then we'll grab an additional one from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle deck by Aqua Moonlight. All right, guys, so let's take a look and see what needs to come through for you, Virgo, this time around. And I am focusing part of this reading on the first half of December, since that's when I'm doing this reading, but truly it's timeless whenever you are guided to tune in and watch this, and if it resonates with you, fantastic. All right, so angels and spirit guides for Virgo, please bring forward a focus message for Virgo at this time. A couple of focus cards. Let's grab one. Release. Okay, so there are certain aspects of your life, Virgo, that needs releasing. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Okay, so that's coming through for some of you. Let's grab one more here. Spiritual lesson also coming through. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Perhaps you already know this, and perhaps there are certain lessons that you are in the process of learning or are about to, and part of those lessons is having to let go of certain things or certain relationships or connections from your life. All right, so those are a couple of focus cards from that deck, and let's grab an additional one from the Untold Truths of the Heart. Angels and spirit guides focusing on Virgo energy, or truly anybody who's been guided to tune in and watch this reading. Let's grab another one. All right, let's grab one more message here. Roaming wild. I hope you guys can see that. The three focus words on the bottom: free-spirited, risks, and possibilities. Okay, so however way that is making sense for you and your situation, that's coming through here. And sometimes you need to take a risk in order to see the rewards that you're trying to achieve in a particular situation. Okay, so let's just take a look and see how those three cards play a part in this reading and see how it all unfolds. All right, guys, so let's get started, Virgo, with some Mystic Moon oracles for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this bonus reading for Virgo. Please bring forward whatever messages need to come through this time around. All right, let's take a look. Admired. There's somebody out there, Virgo, who still admires you, even though I feel that you're either in separation from a connection, which is what I typically tap into for a lot of my readings. And this person that you might be thinking about for this reading, Virgo, as this card states, they're trying to teach you a spiritual lesson. So you've either already learned this lesson or are in the process of doing that. And there are as well certain aspects of your life connected to this individual that you need to let go of, because I feel you guys have either been in separation for a while or you haven't heard from them. There might be a part of you that's still holding on to the expectation that you can come back together or work things out. And there, of course, is free will on both sides, and you can certainly manifest that if you guys are on the same page. But I feel for some of you, perhaps in your heart of hearts, you already know that it's a done deal and that chapter of your life has to close, but you haven't been able to close the door, so to speak, or bring about closure. And there are certain things that need to be released here in regard to this connection, I feel. The next card is mute. So somebody hit the mute button in regards to the communication between the two of you. Either you did that, Virgo, or the person that you're thinking about. But this tells me there's no communication. When we mute something, there's no communication. And if there is, it's very little, if at all. We've got the Mask card coming through here. Somebody pretending to be something they're not. This comes forward with deceptive energy sometimes. Somebody who's being dishonest, putting on a mask, a facade, not wanting you to possibly know what's going on in their life. Or this could also be you if you're putting on a mask, trying to pretend like everything's okay in your life, but deep down inside, it's been very challenging. Next card is your own energy. Solitude picks up off of the Hermit card in traditional tarot, which of course represents Virgo. And look at this next card. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Look. As much as I shuffled this deck, 2 references to release. If this is something that you need to do before this year ends, perhaps it's time. If you've been procrastinating in doing this, it's time. And by doing that, letting go of either a person energetically, painful experiences, baggage, negative experiences, whatever it represents in your life, it's time to release it and let it go. It's coming through twice in this reading. Maybe you've been afraid to do this, and that's why this card is coming forward, because you've been actually preventing yourself from finding new possibilities, better possibilities and opportunities for your life. The next card, signs. Pay attention to whatever signs are coming forward for you, trying to grab your attention at this time or at the time that you're listening to this reading, Virgo. It's trying to direct you onto a different path, I feel. We also have self-worth. Perhaps your self-worth has been compromised, especially if you have been a little bit nitpicky with yourself. That might have something to do with this person that you're thinking about, especially if you guys are in separation. Maybe you're going through just negative dialogue in your head, like, wasn't I good enough? Couldn't they have seen me as the perfect partner for them? However way it has affected your self-confidence and your self-worth, it's being represented here. I can't help but look at this next card. Return, coming through for some of you. So there's somebody out there that might want you back, but that might not be the best thing, is to take them back. There is this lesson that you need to learn in connection to this person, but we got to pay attention to this release message that's coming through twice already. So even though they want you back, even if you haven't even heard from this person, this might be what they're thinking. That, gosh, I'm in separation from this person. I really want them back in my life. But there's a reason why you guys went into separation to begin with. And maybe it is you that created that mute button. And maybe there's a reason why you did that to begin with, Virgo. So just be mindful of why this person wants you back, why you would want to return to this individual, because from what I'm picking up here, it's time to let them go. For some of you, this person could be your soulmate, or your twin flame, because that mirroring energy does tap into twin flame connections. It's your mirror soul or soul connection, as I often say with twin flames. It's somebody who is your true energetic counterpart. But right now, they are afraid. They're afraid to come forward. They're afraid to reach out, possibly because they know that you're better off without them, or that you could do better, or ultimately they're coming back or wanting to come back for all of the wrong reasons. But they're coming through with this fear. They're afraid of what would happen here if they were to approach you and start communication once again. And I'm sure there were really good parts about this connection. I'm picking up off of that as well. It wasn't all bad. There were certainly very good elements to it. You guys might even be a really good match for each other, but there's a reason why these release cards are coming through, wanting you to accept the situation for the direction that it has gone, and it's time to surrender. It's time to release. It's time to let go, Virgo. There could have been an offer here, an offer of love from this person, or perhaps that's what they're afraid to offer you. Next card is contemplation. So they've really been thinking about it, okay? They've really been thinking about wanting you to come back or asking you to come back, but they are afraid. They're afraid. And look at this next card. Here we go again with that twin flame. 2 cards picking up off of a twin flame connection here for you, Virgo. We've got divine feminine right after that. So I feel here, my divine feminines, you have been really highly affected by this connection. But some of you guys have chosen to go in another direction. There's a reason for that. So you really have to analyze why you decided to stop communication. And is it worth it to have this person coming through as your twin flame? Is it worth it to have them come back to you? If they're wanting you back, whatever challenges you guys had dealt with when you were together and that brought you into separation, those challenges have to be eliminated. And perhaps that is what needs to be released here. Whatever challenges and obstacles weighed you down before in this connection, Virgo, that needs to be eliminated and let go of in order for the two of you to possibly explore a reconciliation, okay? So it's not impossible, but there are certain aspects of this connection that I feel were challenging. And so for my divine feminines especially, you chose to go in a different direction because you either really needed to or you couldn't help it, or for some of you guys, this could have been a third-party situation, however that is playing itself out in your life. But, there's a reason why, again, we've got 2 release messages and this spiritual lesson that's coming through here. All right, so let's add to this with some Twin Flame Journey Tarot, and let's uncover what else needs to come through here for you, Virgo, for this bonus reading. But yeah, mirroring and twin flame. Very heavy twin flame representation in this reading. So angels and spirit guides for Virgo, please, what else do we need to know at this time in regard to this situation for this bonus reading? For Virgo, what's up here? We've got the Temperance card. Restoration. Patience, time is involved here, Virgo. And the Temperance energy typically taps into Sagittarius. So it could be a Sagittarius that you're thinking about for this reading. If not, there's Sagittarius influences here for some of you. And the Temperance is a possible reconciliation here. So somebody wants you back. And I feel for some of you, you want them back. So here's your possible reconciliation. You just have to release and let go of any toxicity, any negative baggage that weighed the two of you down the first time. Perhaps that's why they're afraid, because they haven't fully let go of what it is that they need to let go of, and you need to do the same, Virgo. Before they can offer this cup of love to you, they've got some work to do. But yeah, this person is coming through, Virgo, as your twin flame. Next card is the Five of Wands. That is fire energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So there's that second reference to Sagittarius. For some of you that dealt with third-party situations, it could have been a Sagittarius, Virgo, that you were involved with or are in a commitment with, and then this person comes in as a third party. That's for some of you guys. The Five of Wands is conflict and competition. And when there's that level of competition, you know, this is more than one person vying for your attention, Virgo. So we're talking more than one person here that wants to be with you. And that's not going to work, because that does create third-party situations. That definitely creates conflicts here. And that as well needs to be released and let go of. We have the Four of Cups right after that. Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For some of you guys, this is a missed opportunity here, and perhaps that's how they feel about being in separation from you. That they missed out on being with somebody so special and somebody that is their true energetic counterpart in this lifetime. You are their twin flame, Virgo. Perhaps it took separation for them to just get it already, for that switch, that light bulb moment to come on. You know, the Four of Cups is somebody who's in contemplation, that contemplation mode. And here we are. And there is a male figure in that photo, so I typically do tap into divine masculine energy from that, but take it for how it resonates with you. So they're really heavily thinking about the choices that they've made in connection to you, Virgo. And I'm feeling here that they're thinking they messed up. And this spiritual lesson might actually be theirs to learn. Look at this next card, guys. We've got the Two of Cups. Divine partnership. I feel here, given some time, because the Temperance card does tap into patience, the need to just see this thing unfold the way it's meant to. It's going to take some time, but I feel that they really want to be able to come back to you and commit to you this time, to offer you this cup of love, to fill your cup of love. Divine partnership is what's coming through here with that card. A partnership. You guys are very much still attracted to each other. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Nine of Pentacles as well. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles coming through, followed by the Magician. Okay. So part of the energy of the Seven of Wands, that's more fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius once again. This is somebody who may have built walls around themselves. And that part of that defense mechanism too could be this mask, you know, pretending to be something that you're not, so people don't really know what's going on beneath the surface of your life. That could be you, Virgo. That could be this person you're thinking about for this reading. And interesting how the Seven of Wands, once again, is competition. Two cards talking about competition. So I really feel here, Virgo, if you were already attached to somebody at the time that this person came into your life, there was a third-party situation here. For some of you, that doesn't apply to everybody. But part of that perseverance here, Virgo, is not giving up on something or someone. Could be this person who wants you back. Even though there's no communication, more than likely, It could have, again, taken this distance and separation for that light bulb moment to come on, for them to finally understand that they want you, that they need you, that they still love you, or that they finally understand that they love you if that's something that they didn't acknowledge before. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles coming through here. Pentacles is your very own energy, Virgo, as well as Capricorn and Taurus for some of you guys. This is somebody who's very independent. That could be you. You know, feeling as though you can make it on your own if you had to. And it's interesting how that falls right next to my Divine Feminine card. And that is a female figure in that card. So for my Divine Feminines especially, I feel you're very independent at this time. You either had to figure out a way to be independent if you were codependent on this person, or that's just naturally you. It would be nice to be in a relationship, yes, but I feel you're fine whether you're in one or not. The Nine of Pentacles as well is being grateful for all of the blessings in your life. We've got more Pentacles energy with the Three of Pentacles right after that. This says collaboration, and that's exactly what it's referring to. Two people that need to collaborate to make this connection, to make this relationship work. And threes, again, third-party situation for some of you. This is teamwork, you know, so if you guys can actually get onto the same page and focus on that one goal, if that goal is to come together and reconcile, you can manifest that. But just be aware that if this was a third-party situation, that third party needs to go in order for the two of you to manifest union with each other. There cannot be three people in this equation. Just the two of you, if that's what you're both ultimately wanting. All right, so moving on to our last tarot card that came through is the Magician. Beautiful card coming through for you. So the Magician is air energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini for some of my Virgos. This is somebody who could be an overachiever, but they're very flexible. They're very creative. They are somebody that is not afraid to take action. Somebody who takes charge. They are a risk taker, and isn't it interesting how part of this roaming wild card, it does say free-spirited risks and possibilities. So perhaps this person, Virgo, that you're thinking about, that could be an air sign, for some of you, they're willing to take the risk to come back into your life if you'll have them. You know, there is a possible reconciliation that the Temperance card allows. So if what you're wanting is to manifest what it is that you're desiring, if you're wanting to manifest changes in your life, you can absolutely implement that in your life. This is tapping into one's personal power. It could be the person you're thinking about, Virgo, or it could be you. And if it's the person that you're focused on for this reading, you know, they are coming forward with fear, but I feel if they want it bad enough, they will absolutely tap into their personal power and make things happen, because they can accomplish anything with the Magician's energy. It does represent a positive outcome here between the two of you. You can both create a very different reality from where you guys have been. And I feel where you guys are at right now is in separation, no communication. That can change. That can absolutely change. You guys can switch directions at any given time in your lives and come back together and explore where this could all go. The Magician, at the end of the day, does represent a rekindled romance. But you also have to be careful, Virgo, because the Magician could be a trickster too. Somebody who can lie, who can be manipulative, who is possibly wearing a false mask. So that is up to your discernment. If you feel that they haven't changed much and they're still coming forward, as being a little bit shady or dishonest, then that falls on you to make that call of whether they deserve to come back into your life. But the potential for a reconciliation here, it's coming through. It is coming through here. All right, so let's add to this with some romance, angels, Virgo. Let's take a look and see what else needs to come through here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. What else needs to come through for this bonus reading? Please bring it forward for Virgo at this time. Please bring it forward for Virgo. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Some of you guys may have had children together, and or there were children from previous relationships. This could have been a blended family. And for those of you who went into separation, your children, your families were affected by that as well. And this situation needs healing. So that definitely needs to be addressed in how it's playing itself out in your situation, your life, in regard to this connection. For those of you guys who dealt with third-party situations that ended up breaking up a marriage or a relationship, that could be tied in with that too. Next card is romantic feelings. They still want you, Virgo. They want you back. They want that reconciliation. I feel for some of you, you want the same thing. You guys are mirroring each other's thoughts and vibrations here. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Perhaps that's what's been lacking in your life without this person. But what I'm picking up here is there is certainly an opportunity to reconnect here. We now have the soulmate card coming through. So if you don't identify with the twin flame connection, we now have soulmate representation here for this reading. Some of you guys may have been involved with somebody dealing with addictions. Could have been a drinking problem, could have been a drug problem, gambling problem. However way this addiction is presenting itself with this person, Virgo, or for some of you it could be yourself that had to deal with this. However way that is being represented in your life, that needs to be released and let go of as well. Any sort of codependency. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. That could be part of the lesson that needs to be learned here. Because everybody's got their own free will. And we can't control this person. They can't control you. You can't control the situation. So sometimes you just have to take a step back and allow life to happen. And if it's meant to come back to you, if this person is meant to return, they will. They are coming forward as your true love. Could happen a lot sooner than you realize, because look at this next card here, guys. There's that reconciliation card. Could happen a lot sooner than you think. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind, Virgo, for this bonus reading. I feel if you're wanting reconciliation with either your twin flame and or soulmate, it can happen. It can definitely happen. Let's grab some messages from the Unspoken Messages Volume 2 deck by Fire Witch Tarot. And let's focus on this person that wants you back, Virgo. Let's see if they're wearing this mask, if they are being deceptive in any way, if they are coming forward with any sort of manipulative energy, dishonesty, or if they're just being legit, if they're being real. and just afraid to come forward. So angels and spirit guides for Virgo, please focus on the person that you are thinking about for this reading, Virgo, whoever that might be. So let's grab a few messages and let's see what it is that they need and want to say to you. But because you guys are not together, they don't have that opportunity to express these things. So let's see. Let's see what comes through here. When I'm inside your soul, I find true bliss. They're happy when they're with you, Virgo. And there's that soul contract between the two of you, whether it is a twin flame contract, soul connection, or the soulmate bond. It doesn't matter. Look at this next card, guys. They annoy themselves. It says, I'm annoyed with how much I think about you. They don't even know what to do with themselves because you occupy their mind probably 24/7. They think about you constantly. Look at this next message. This might be for some of you guys who were in a third-party situation. Okay, it does say, watching you with your karmic partner triggers me badly. Next message. I love your magnetic, seductive qualities. And another reference to karmic partners. Look at this. This says, my karmic partner is trying to get rid of the things you gave me. So it's either you, Virgo, that's in a karmic partnership, or it's this person. But there's definitely representation of karmic partnerships here. And look at this next one. That's the last one I'm going to pull for this reading. I find it easier to love you in the 5D than to love you and hide in the 3D. So right now you guys are connecting in the 5D instead of that 3D. And I feel part of the reason why that is because they're afraid right now. Afraid to express how they're feeling, afraid to take this out of the 5D realm and bring it to fruition, manifest it in the 3D. Right now, their fears are holding them back. And part of what needs to be released here, going back to these two release messages, Virgo, is releasing karmic partnerships, releasing third-party situations, releasing past baggage, negative energy, whatever it is that you know for your particular situation you need to let go of. So the potential to come back together here, Virgo, it's here. We've got several references to reconnecting, reconciliation, return. They are coming through as either your twin flame and or your soulmate, or some of you might identify with a combined type connection where you see them as the potential for both types of connections. But they still care for you, Virgo. They still think about you. They still love you. Some pretty strong romantic feelings between the two of you still. They're coming forward as not only your twin flame, your soulmate, but also your true love. All right, guys. So that's where I'm going to leave it. I hope whatever part of this reading resonated with you, I do hope that it helped you somehow. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, Virgo, all of that information is down below in the description box, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.